Hello, Jade here, and in this video I will be showcasing a moss-powered tree farm. I have uploaded videos in the past, and I have uploaded another one today on the same topic. This is the fastest design, and it is also more efficient than the previous design. The other video is focused more on efficiency than speed, and if that interests you more, please go check that out. Let's get right into the tutorial. In this chest, you will find all the items that you need for building this farm, besides some temporary blocks. And a quick note about these items here. They can be any items as long as they can stack up to 64. And they are not actually used for the farm design itself, but more for the wood collecting system, which I will also be showing off. So let's get right into building this then. Another quick note is that the footprint of the farm itself, once again not the exploding mechanism, is a 5x5. It is slightly bigger than the older design, but the trade-offs for the extra block on each side are definitely worth it. So to start off, we want to go to the back right corner of where we want this farm to be and place down 4 blocks. And that is the first layer. Layer 2 has 4 repeaters, all set on 3 tick. And you want to place a solid block on the corners of these repeaters, leaving this one empty. We want to build up with a temporary block and leave this one. Place a piston and a slime block, a sticky piston that is, and then we want to place another sticky piston here. This block stays, and that is the second layer complete. For layer 3, what we want to do is place down a lever right here and place an observer off of it, and another observer facing downwards so that the signal will go into this block. When it extends, it should start this clock. And then we want to place a block on top of this repeater and another one off of that. A redstone dust there, and then from that redstone dust you can place another block. And that is the second layer complete, or the third layer complete. Going into this next layer, what we want to do is place another observer going this direction, so that way when these extend they will form a clock or a pulse. Place a block there, a solid block there, and a moss block off of the observer that we just placed, another one off of that, and a dispenser facing this way towards the back with a moss block going off that. We also want to place a hopper facing into that dispenser, and then on the other side of the dispenser we want to place a black concrete. From there we want to place a target block and a half slab a slab, and from there place 3 redstone dust around there, and that is that layer also complete. This next layer is the last of the complicated layers, so let's go and get right into it. We will place a redstone dust here and here, and a dispenser off of that, and another dispenser off of that. From there, what we want to do, doing the rightmost side first, place 2 hoppers there, 2 sticky pistons off the back hopper, and then I just like them facing upwards, so 2 wood blocks there. And they do need to be some sort of log or some pushable block that will not inhibit the azalea trees to grow. I just like using stripped logs because they're easy to tell the difference. Off the end of this sticky piston, you want to place a normal piston, and a hopper can go into this dispenser there. To help either keep the mess contained, which you can but don't have to do, you can place a block right there. Otherwise, this is the only block that comes out this side. Now onto the back, we want to place a half slab there and a solid block there and place redstone dust there. And that is that layer complete. This layer onward, it is pretty simple. What you want to do is place a hopper here and a hopper here. Then on the back, you'll want to place a sticky piston here and here. And you want to place a half slab right there. Go ahead and place redstone dust there and there behind, and that is, oh, and besides these two blocks, that is that layer complete. Now this next bit you'll want to repeat just over and over, but I will walk you through it anyway. So go ahead and place down your hoppers, your sticky piston, and the logs. And then on the back, you want to place a solid block, or two solid blocks, and then another slab, and redstone dust, and then you'll continue upwards. You want this to be 7 blocks tall when you're done. These stripped birch logs, that is. And you can go ahead and take care of that like I am now. Okay, and then on the back you want to just place where you can the different layers of the solid blocks and the redstone dust, and just alternate back and forth with the slabs, so you get this ladder effect. And now after that, what you'll want to do is build up another 2 layers and place one hopper going that direction, and then chain like that, and grab chests, or you can have hoppers going into whatever bone meal system that you have created. And then you want to go ahead and place composters on top of the rest of the hoppers because it will help reduce lag. That's pretty much the farm itself done. Now all there is left is the collection system. This produces 1,500 wood blocks per hour, closer to 1,600, and it produces about 1 block per 5 bone meal. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and continue onwards. What you want to do is go out from the lever 2 blocks, place down a set of 3 blocks matching the pistons and the block with the lever, and on top go with some redstone dust. From here, what we do is we place an observer facing upwards, or outputting the back going up, and we have 2 facing downwards, so that when we place something on top of them, this will signal. From this level, what you want to do is tower up 15 blocks using observers, and make sure they are all facing the correct direction. And now we will be building the rest of this, or at least this system here now. And now what we want to do is place a block on top of this last observer, and then place another observer there. Place a comparator there, and then 2 blocks coming out the side. Place a dropper there, and a hopper facing into it, and place a composter on top. Go ahead and place the 3 nuggets inside, and then another 2 comparators coming out of those. Go ahead and place 2 blocks down, and then place your hoppers facing into each other. This will work as a clock, and every sets of 3 blocks that are pushed across down there will cause the TNT to drop. You will also want to, going on from this, you want to go ahead and place a torch here as well. And then on top of that, you want to place another torch. And then what you want to do is you want to come out 5 blocks and go in 1. And then we will build the system for dropping the TNT, because you want to make sure it falls on 1 block. And it will be slightly different than what's depicted here. So just follow along. So now what you want to do is go ahead and place your piston, then 3 slime in a little L shape, and then your wall, and another 3 slime in an L shape. Go ahead and place your detector rail and your minecart, and underneath the wall place your TNT and a dead coral fan. Now what you want to do is place a fence gate closed like this underneath the TNT, and just surround it like so with a type of glazed terracotta or glass. You want to make sure any blocks that will be touching the slime, however, are terracotta. And then what you want to do is go ahead and just place your blocks there, and so that it will funnel, and that will do. Now what you want to do is take an obsidian block and place it up 1 from here. I'm glad I did not put that redstone there yet. And you just want to make it align with the hole here. Right there. So from there, what you wanted to do is go ahead and grab yourself a piece of redstone, some redstone, and set this up. This has already been triggered a couple times, so I'm going to put that back. And that is basically done. If you want to go ahead and activate this once to get it primed, that is fine, but you really don't need to, and after that it should just always work. Just be careful about updating that TNT block. And that is the tree farm done. Just make sure that you have enough bone meal. You'll need to fill this chest up, and it will consume a lot of bone meal to be able to produce a lot of wood. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please drop a like, and if you just found it useful but think you could do better, tell me how. I love feedback. So this is my take on a moss-powered tree farm, and I hope it's useful. As for anything else for the collection system, just put down a huge water basin thing, pretty much to funnel it all into a hopper. That's all you really need. And yeah, happy wood farming. Bye.